And now, live from C Nation Studios at Irwin Academy, it's the C Nation Podcast Show.
What's up, guys? So this first lesson is gonna be, hey, guess what? Guitar. Holy moly. This is my blue Stratocaster. The pickups are all stock. If you don't know what any of this stuff means, don't worry, you'll learn it because you know I talk tech in class. Okay? These are the pickups. I'm sure some of you guys have messed with the electric guitars or at least seen them. You know, we have a couple special guitars in the classroom. These are like the microphones for the strings. When you play a string, these pickups right here, I got 3 of them on this guitar. They pick up the vibrations. They send it out to wherever you're plugged in, and that's how we hear the sound from the electric guitar. All right, in case you forgot, this is the neck of the guitar. This is the body of the guitar. And this is the head of the guitar. It's a big head, like my big head. Okay. Along the neck of our guitar are frets. The frets are the little boxes along the neck. Okay. Every guitar has a different amount of frets. So don't jump into a guitar thinking, oh, okay, I only have this many frets. No, they are all different. Something to make your life easier, though, is these dots along the fretboard. Okay. These dots represent odd numbers, odd number frets. The first one's easy to find, and we always start at the head, at the top. Here's our first fret, not way down here. First fret is right here, right at the top, right at the head of the instrument. All right, you got your first fret, second fret, third fret, there's a dot, odd number. Fourth fret, fifth fret, there's another dot. Sixth fret, 7th fret, oh my gosh, you guessed it, it's another dot. 8th fret, 9th fret, 10, and 11. This one is the only one that's different. The one with 2 dots is 12. All right? That's a full octave. If we play our string closest to our face, our E string, open, and whenever you hear somebody say play it open, that means don't push anything on the neck. Just play the string by itself. Play it open. Okay? If I were to play this string open, and then I were to play this 12th fret, it's the same note, but it's a different pitch. It's a higher pitch than this lower pitch. So we have an octave right here. All right, 12 frets, 12 different notes. All right, so let's get into our first song. All right, I'm going to give you guys 2 songs because I know I have quite the variety of musicians. I have some that are still beginning because we got our guitars, 2 months ago, 3 months ago already? So some of you haven't had a lot of time to play these instruments. And I have some of you that I've had playing guitar for 3 years. Some of you have played longer than that, and you were playing with Mr. Felino before. So I'm going to give you one song that's easy to learn, and I'm going to give you another song that's a little more challenging. All right? So here's our easy song. This one's really fun to play. It sounds kind of complicated, but it's actually very easy. Pepsi. All right. Got my little kids rock pick. Pretty cool little picks. So, the song that I'm going to be teaching you is called A Punk. Not Hey Punk. A like the letter A. All right? Like ABCs. It's a song by a group called Vampire Weekend. All right? So, it goes like this. Yeah, that sounded gross. Okay. You're only going to be using 2 fingers for this. 2. Not 1. 2. Okay. And the beginning of this, you're going to put your first finger, can't talk today, on the 9th fret of the E string. Now, this E string is the one closest to the ground. All right? So put your finger on the 9th fret. Give it a little push. And give me 1 second because I have to fix something on my computer real quick to make sure that I'm doing it right. This is the first video that I'm doing with the podcast, so sorry if I'm trying to figure things out a little bit and it doesn't work out. So anyways, back to the lesson. 9th fret, 3, 5, 7, 9 of the E string. Okay, you're going to put your middle finger on the next string above it. This is the B string. And you're going to put it on the 10th fret. 9, 10. So it should sound like this. All right, but we want to play the strings at the exact same time. Just like that. All right, and I'm not doing anything special down here. Okay, I'm just playing the bottom 2 strings. What's real important is that you see my fingers. Okay? If you don't have a pick, you don't have to use a pick. It might be easier not to, because you could just pluck the strings. You could just pull up on them. Just like that. Okay? We're not playing all the strings. No. It's not going to sound as good. All right? So, 9 and 10 together. You're going to do that 2 times. All right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now here's the next part. We're going to do the same thing, and it's going to be twice, but we're going to add our pinky, stinky pinky, right here on that 12th fret. It's easy to find. It's one with the 2 dots. And you're only going to push the E string, not both of the strings. No, just the E string, okay? So here's what it sounds like without the pinky. Here's with the pinky. Okay? So we're going to do each of those twice. All right? If you can't do it as fast as me, it's okay. Take your time with it. All right? There's no rush. No pick. If it sounded like this, your fingers are probably touching a string that they shouldn't touch. If it sounds like this, then you're not pushing down on the fretboard hard enough. Okay? The more you play this instrument, the easier it will get to play, I promise. Okay? At first, if you're not playing the guitar a lot, your fingers will probably hurt. You can see my lines on my fingers. That always happens. My fingers don't hurt. I'm used to it now. And the more you play guitar, you'll start to build calluses on your fingers. What that is like a little tough part on your finger. So that way when you play guitar, it just doesn't hurt anymore. And your fingers just be a little bit tougher. Okay? So, make sure you're pushing down on the neck, not too hard. Just get enough pressure so it sounds nice and clear. Not like this. Not pushing hard enough. Okay? And make sure these fingers are only touching the strings that they need to. Your first finger is only touching the 9th fret of the E string, the bottom one, the one closest to the floor. And your middle finger is only touching the 10th fret of the B string. Okay? The next part, it's actually really easy. We're going to do the same thing, but we're going to move our whole hand, the whole hand, not a finger. We're going to move our whole hand down 2 frets. 1, 2. Okay, I'm going to do that again so you can see. I'm not going like this. I'm not spider walking down, and I'm not playing on the fret too. Okay, if you're playing on the fret, we don't want to do that. There's a different way to do that. But with our fingers, we want to put our fingers between these lines. These are the actual frets themselves. So we want to put them between the frets. Okay, so walk it down 2 frets, whole hand. 1, 2. Just like how we've worked with power chords before. You're moving your whole hand, not just the fingers, your whole hand, okay? So now your first finger is on the 7th fret of the E string, and your middle finger is on the 8th fret of the B string. And it's going to sound like this. Okay, once again. And then you're going to add your pinky. The same spot, just 2 down. And this is our 10th fret, in case you want to know, in case you need to count, okay? Don't be afraid to play this slow. Don't be afraid to take your time. It's okay. It's okay if you're not getting it in the beginning either, all right? I made so many mistakes, and I got so frustrated when I was first learning how to play guitar. You might be just like me. You might get this real quick. Everybody learns different. What matters is just like what I tell you in class all the time. Just try. Just try, okay? So, and it's 2 times each again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. All right? Once you're comfortable with that, well, it's time to put it all together. We're not done quite yet, so don't get too excited, all right? So from the beginning, you're on the 9th and 10th fret. Then you're going to change. Okay? If you try to play along with the song, it is going to be fast. But take it at your own pace until you can do it faster. Excuse me. And don't worry about playing it fast yet. The more you practice it, the easier it'll be for you. Okay? It's something really cool to show off, even before you can play along to the track. Okay? Once you get it down, show your family, show whoever you're hanging out with. Hey, check this out. Check out what I learned. And remember, if you make a mistake, keep it going. Most of the time, they're probably not going to know. Just you. All right? The last part of the song. More or less. From here, we're going to slide our hand all the way down to the 2nd fret and the 3rd fret. And you're going to play this 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you're just going to start all over. All right? Cool? Take it slow. I'm going to do it slow for you now. Okay? 1, 2, add the pinky. 1, 2, missed a string. Oh well. Change. Now we're going to put it on the 7th and the 8th fret. Ready? 1, 2, add the pinky. Add the pinky. The pinky's not going to be on a fret with a dot, okay? Okay, let's do that one more time. No pinky. 1, 2. Now add the pinky. 1, 2. Good. And now the new part, we're going to slide our whole hand and take your pinky off. Slide our whole hand all the way down to the 2nd fret. How do I know it's the 2nd fret? Well, because the first one is all by himself. That's how I know. And my middle finger is on one with a dot. The first dot, the very, very, very first dot is the 3rd fret. Every guitar is different, like I said. Some of them are actually made with a dot in the 1st fret. My acoustics don't have a dot on the 3rd fret. Every guitar is different, okay? All right, and then 8 times. You ready? 2nd fret, E string, 3rd fret, B string. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right? I'm going to play it for you a little bit faster so you can see how it goes. You're going to do this whole thing 3 times, okay? So it's going to go like this. Okay, the 4th time is actually easy. You're going to bring your fingers up to the 5th fret and the 6th fret. This is going to be a little bit different though, okay? So let's keep our first finger on the 5th fret of the E string. All right? We're going to use our ring finger now, and we're going to put it in the 7th fret of the B. This is what I meant by it's a little different. Instead of looking like this, we're coming over here. We don't need our middle finger anymore, okay? And it's going to sound like this. So we have E5, B7, okay? And we're also going to do this 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're going to go back to the one that we played before we did this. 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And remember, this is E5, B7. 8 times. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then let's change to 2 and 3. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is the whole song. There's a little chorus or a bridge, whatever you want to call it, and it's a flute. And I think there's a bass in there too. There's not any guitar in that part though. All right. Once again, this song is called A Punk by Vampire Weekend. Okay? We're going to run through it. I'm going to go slow. We're going to do it together. If you're not playing a note correctly, it's okay. Push yourself to play the same speed as I am. When I'm here practicing by myself and there's something that's difficult for me to play, I slow it down. And I try to play it slow but perfect without playing any wrong notes. When that gets easy for me, then I start taking it faster. All right? That's what works for me. I'm not telling you it's going to work for you, but I'm suggesting that, hey, maybe you should try it this way. Try slowing it down to a speed that you're comfortable with and try to get the notes right. All right? So, here we go. Let's play it slow. I'm not going to use a pick. All right. Playing it slow. 1. Da 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 da. That's a little too fast. Dun 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 dun. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. Back to the beginning. Ba, 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 ba. Change. Change to the second fret. 5, 6, 7, 8. Here comes a new part. We're going to the 5th fret and the 7th fret. Ah, that was the wrong note. That's not the 5th fret. All right, 5th fret and 7th fret. Ready? 1, 2, 8 times. Go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 to 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 and 3. Cool. All right, like I said, slow it down. If that's still too fast for you, then start the video over, make sure you're getting the fingerings right, and do it slow, okay? Try to do it slow like this. Get that other part too. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, and so on and so on. There's no shame in playing something slow, because even if you're playing it super, super slow, you're still playing it. So don't get frustrated, all right? Make sure you're comfortable with the speed that you're playing. Okay? And I'm going to have another sip of my Pepsi. I'm going to put my guitar down for a minute. Stay right there. And my wife got some of this bomb beef jerky from Costco. And not everybody took it. I know it's crazy out there. And if you're a 6th grader, you know I love eating in front of you. Well, technically you could go buy a hamburger and eat it in front of your computer right now, and you'd be eating in front of me. So, whatever. All right, back to business. I know I said that I was going to start with the easy song, and as I was running through that, I think it might be a little bit complicated, especially for my beginners. Okay? So, I'm going to run over, not literally run over. We're going to go over the song that we're doing in the 4th grade class. Okay? So, it's called Kryptonite. It's by Three Doors Down. And next time you see Mr. Case, make sure you tell him that you like the way he sings it. Shh. He'll be mad at you. All right. This is a song that we do with the 4th grade class, like I said. It's very easy. I'm going to show you the easy way to do it. Then I'm going to show you the more complicated way to do it. And that's going to be with power chords. Okay? So don't worry if you're not getting the power chords. I'm going to show you an easier way to do it. Okay? I'm going to make it so easy that you're guaranteed to play. Excuse me. As long as you practice. Okay? For Kryptonite, you're going to use the 7th fret right here on the E string. You're going to use the 3rd fret of the E string and the 5th fret of the E string. Why did I go in that order? Why didn't I just say 3-5-7 or 7-5-3? Well, because that order is the way that the song is played, okay? And I'm actually going to put my guitar strap on for this one. All right, that didn't help at all. So, here's the song. Okay, and I'm using a pick. If you can't go that speed, slow it down. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the other 2 are 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right? It's very, very, very simple. Now, once again, use these dots. Some of them even have the dots on the side. You can kind of see mine a little bit in the computer screen. Okay? The dots are there to make your life easier. All right? They're called inlays, but let's just call them dots for fun for now, okay? They're there to make your life easier. They're there to help you count faster. As you become a more advanced guitar player, you won't even think about it. You'll just look at it. Oh, this is where I need to be. Okay? Whatever. Okay? That's Kryptonite. That's a whole song. 7, 8 times. You're gonna play the 7th fret 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're gonna slide it down to the 3rd fret. Play it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come up to the 5th fret. Play that 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the easy way. All right? My bass players, I don't have my bass out right now, but that's what you want to do. Don't use a pick. And if you notice, I'm using 2 fingers. Eventually, you want to be there. Eventually, you want to be able to do the same thing. It will help you play faster. If you're still doing this, that's okay. All right? I'm not going to be mad at you. I might give you a dirty look. I will definitely give you a dirty look if you're using a pick on a bass. Shame on you, Diaz. Shame on you. All right. The more challenging way to play Kryptonite is with power chords. Now, I've talked about power chords many times in class. It's a simple, what I like to refer to as a shape. Anytime I have multiple fingers that are doing something a little crazy, call it a shape. Okay? You might hear other musicians refer to things with guitar as shapes too. When I'm talking about scales or positions or whatever, I might use the word shape. Okay? This shape is very easy. Wherever your first finger is, you count 2 frets up. And when I say up, I don't mean up this way. I mean up the scale of the neck. This is why we say up and it goes this way. Listen to the pitch. Okay? The pitch is going up. So whenever you hear somebody, it might not be me, it might be somebody else saying, okay, move 2 frets up. They don't mean go this way. The sound is going lower in pitch. And we want the pitch to increase. We want the pitch to go up. That's why we say go up 2 frets. And it's literally going down, depending on how you hold the guitar, okay? So wherever your first finger is, Then I'm going to do it right here on the 7th, since we're doing kryptonite. 2 frets up, 1, 2, 1 string over. Bam. That's where you want to put your ring finger. See that? So I have my first finger on the 7th fret, E7 of the E string. And I have my ring finger, see my ring and my finger? It's my ring finger, on the 9th fret of the A string. A string is the 2nd string from your face. E, A. All right? Play them both. Not like this. Not like this. No, play them both together. Just like that. That's a power chord. All right? Now, whenever you're going to change notes, when you're going to go to that 3rd fret over here, don't do this. Oh, what do I got to do? Slide your whole hand down. Remember I said that before? Slide the whole hand. My fingers are frozen. My hand is what's moving. Don't go like this, because then you might end up like this. Ugh. All right? Keep your fingers where they are. I just dropped my pick. Got it. All right. 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4 times. See how I just slid it? That's what you want to work at. My fingers aren't really moving. It's the hand. It's the whole hand. They're all moving in unison. They're moving together. Okay? And this song, when you get that down, try to do power chords, okay? If you can only do this for now, good. That's your starting point. Don't get comfortable there. Do more. Challenge yourself. Push yourself. All right? I know every single one of you in my class, and I know that you are all capable. Just don't get lazy like I did. All right? I know you can do it. If you take a little bit of time, that's fine. I'm good. You can still play it. You're still playing the song. Okay? The more you work at it, the smoother it'll be. If I go crazy, then will you still call me Superman? If I'm alive, then where will you be there holding my... You see, like, get there. Don't expect yourself to be able to be instantly good, okay? Talent is not an app that you can download instantly and have. It takes time, it takes dedication, it takes discipline, it takes work. All right? Nobody can draw beautifully the first time they draw. My circles are still terrible. You guys have seen my handwriting on the board before. You know what I mean, okay? I will put a bass part for this song, even though I kind of already included it, later on, as well as a bass part for Vampire Weekend, because I can kind of hear it in my head, but honestly, I've never played it, so let me mess with it a couple times, and I will post a video for the bass part. Ukulele, you're coming up too, all right? I haven't forgotten about my band kids, my drum line, my buckets. Everything will be coming soon. This is the first video of many. Why is guitar first? Because my guitar was out already, that's why. So, we're getting close to 30 minutes, guys. Through this computer, I'm not able to see the comments. I thought I was able to see the comments on the YouTube channel, but I am not able to. So, I'll find another way. If you have my Remind, you can message me on Remind. Download the app, and the code is 81010, I believe. And you can join. Let me get my phone real quick. I'll tell you right now. And we're at 30 minutes. I kind of wanted to stop at 30 minutes, but sorry. You guys can join Irwin Academy Parade Squad. That will work perfectly. The class code. I thought I could see. So you text IA Parade, the A with the circle thingy, at IA Parade, all one word, the letter I, the letter A, PARADE. You text that to 81010, and you'll be able to join the Irwin Academy Parade Squad. And if you have any questions or any other problems, that would be the best way to get a hold of me, because a message will just pop right into my phone, and I'll be able to answer whatever else you guys need help with, okay? So, be prepared for more lessons. I hope this video turns out okay. I'm kind of figuring out as I go how this works. So, yeah, more videos to follow. Miss all you guys. You guys are my kids, I've told you before, and I miss my kids. Hope you guys are doing well. Be good for your parents. Try not to drive them too crazy. I could think of a couple of you that are probably driving your families crazy. I just don't want to say your name on YouTube. A couple 5th graders, couple 4th graders, probably all of my 6th graders. Yeah. All right. You guys take care. Be safe out there. Wash your hands, cochinos. You know better. Wash your hands. Oh, some of you. Keep your hands clean. When you cough and sneeze, do a dab. I'm not dabbing. I refuse to dab. You 6th graders that I've said before, I will not dab, and I ain't doing it on here. Okay? So, you do your dab, or like Batman. Go like Batman.
Batman. Achoo. Cough, cough. Germs are bad.
Just be considerate. Wash your hands, etc., etc., etc. Goodbye.